Sorry, 2 videos in like less than 10 minutes. I don't know what I'm doing, but I just can't resist sharing this one. So I just found an amazing discovery, again, on Solitude by Michel de Montaigu. I hope I'm saying his name right. Here it is. So, an interesting similarity between, I'm very interested, of course, in the Bible. And I think many people are familiar or know that the Noah's Ark story isn't unique to the Bible. There are stories that predate that, namely the story of the tale of Gilgamesh, which has a Noah's flood story in it, and that predates the biblical version by a long time. I think it's like 2500 BC versus like 1400 BC for the Old Testament, something like that, 1400, 1200 BC, so predates it. And then, of course, the Vedic traditions have a story of one of their kings that experiences the global flood too. I mean, so this whole global flood thing isn't the Bible basically was reusing that Noah's Ark thing. So nothing unique there. But here's another one. I wasn't aware of this. The story of, I'm going to butcher this name, Iphigenia. She was the daughter of Agamemnon, who was a famous king. And apparently, the king, when he was going off to fight the Trojan War, killed a stag that belonged to the goddess Artemis. And she was pissed. And she demanded she wouldn't let them proceed to Troy unless he offered a sacrifice. So Artemis, and that sacrifice had to be his daughter. And so he lured his daughter and her mother to the site where they were going to have the sacrifice. And at the last minute, get this, at the last minute, the goddess Artemis intervened, stepped in, liberated. In some versions she died, but in some versions of the story, she actually gets saved by the goddess who steps in at the last moment, get this, and substitutes Iphigenia, the goddess, the child, with a deer. Now, that's basically the story of Abraham and Isaac, right? Sacrificing his God demanding the sacrifice of his son. Abraham taking him up the mountain, binding him to make him a sacrifice, and at the last minute, God intervenes. Whoa! It's okay. Never mind. There's a goat or something in the bushes there. Sacrifice that instead. And this again predates the Bible. More evidence that the Bible is just reusing stories of antiquity. No surprise there. Anyway, the evidence mounts. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, good book. Be safe again, but not too safe.